Alright, so apparently I'm back, but we will find out. Um, Maybe I need a new pooter. Let's let's see. Let's see. YouTube. Oh, this is so much fun. Live streaming, long distance. Alright. No, that's not. Let's go off that one. So apparently it says I'm live, but I just think the area I'm in is so crap. Yeah, and I can see Nina and Maxie have now rejoined me, but I mean, it could be like this all the way to Sydney. I know Tezza was saying it's like that north of Byron, and we're just about to pass the Ewingdale exit or Ewingdale Road exit into Byron and Bangalow. So this is where Nina and I got to a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, if that's the worst of it, then okay. Um, but for some reason, I think it's probably not the last time it's going to happen. And my laptop, like, just had mental conniptions. It I couldn't even hit Control Alt Delete. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't shut down. It wouldn't restart. I had to do a forced shutdown. OBS crashed. Like, it's like everything that could happen to the laptop happened all at once. Except the battery's now full. We don't have an issue with the battery. Yeah, I did pick up before the first part of the stream finished. Max, you were saying that our communications, like our mobile phones and our internet and all of that, has seemed to have declined over the last couple of years. Um, I can't say I've noticed. I can't say I've noticed. It might be one of those things. I mean, things like, when you've got an older phone, like an older, like I've been with iPhone now for quite some time, since iPhone 4. It's like when you've got a slightly older iPhone, it seems to get slower. And then it's like, well, is that because they want you to buy a new iPhone? They slow your your old iPhone down, so you go out and buy a new iPhone. I think Apple got found guilty or something of making that happen, slowing their phones down or making the batteries not last as long or stuff like that. Putting software in to make your battery to use more of your battery, so your battery doesn't last longer. We could open up a whole bunch of conspiracy theories. We've got time. Yeah, the rain's crap. Background noise? Could be anything. Probably the rain on the windscreen. It's pretty heavy. Cows in the house. Why is there a cow in the house? Why is my camera not focusing? Focus camera. Why is there water on the road? Morning to you too, buddy. Is it raining at home? Considering you live up the street from me. It wasn't too bad when I left. It's terrible in New South Wales. There's a car stopped up on the left here. I can only just see it. Unfortunately, my camera's trying to focus on the windscreen wipers because of the rain. Refocus camera, refocus. There we go. There we go. Nah. Oh well. Well, the mic is working perfectly because it's a different mic. I've I cheaped out and I bought a telemarketer's headset, so it's only got the one speaker on one side and the boom mic. I can't remember what brand it is. And it's a USB plug rather than plugging into the soundboard. So the soundboard's definitely something I'm keen to get sorted out. But because I'm flying home tomorrow, I didn't want to bring the soundboard. Just extra equipment to lug around at the moment. So I've just got a USB telemarketer's headset plugged into the laptop. The camera's plugged into the laptop. Again, feel free to focus anytime, laptop or camera. I mean, you can only do so much when Mother Nature turns against you. Just Grin and bear it. Morning. Well, it's either Adam or Veronica. Either one of you or both of you. Morning. The restart. Um, but hopefully, yeah, if that's the worst of it. Plus, well, the other thing is too, I don't know if Mido's back yet. I know he was turning on the coffee machine. Mido and I went through a few settings on the modem on Wednesday night before State of Origin and activated a few bits and pieces, but the proof is in the pudding. And yeah, I'm not sure if before was a connection issue or if it was a laptop issue. If it was a laptop issue, then maybe the modem itself, the router's doing okay. Maybe it's flashing at me, which it should be. And obviously we're streaming, so that's working. We're streaming in the rain. Max, I would... How good... What? Seriously, Max, this channel gets up and running and starts kicking goals, live streaming, going over to the States and like setting up in a Storm Chaser's car through the Midwest or something like that would be freaking mad. I know they film their stuff, but I'm not sure that they live stream it. I'm not sure. Maybe they do. That would be crazy. We could definitely look at doing something like that in the future. That'd be sick. She's asleep. I'm staying in the Gong tonight, Adam. Well, I think. Apparently, I've got a plane booked for me for tomorrow and a hotel booked for me for tonight. But I haven't actually heard yet. I haven't got any email confirmation yet, so I'm not sure. I take it you guys didn't do parkrun this morning. Well, look, truth be told, I didn't do parkrun this morning either. I what do you call it? I sacrificed parkrun this morning. Hey, so Lexus do... What have they called this Lexus? So they've done a brand new Prado. So it's a GX 550. Is that it? A GX 550 is the Lexus version of the new Prado. I know they also do a Lexus version of the new Land Cruiser. Seen that. Is it just you? It's just you. I think it's just you. It actually looks pretty loud. I don't need to talk loud. Maybe you should start... Well, I can't say that. Nina's saying she's not getting any sound. Max is saying that the sound is excellent. Nina, I'd suggest that you do what I think Tezza say, and turn your app off and turn it back on again. It could just like... It seems to be... Yeah. Seems to be the way that you deal with technology these days. Turn it off and turn it back on. So, okay. So you're back. Nina's back. Um, well, Max, if you're friends with a few chasers over in the States, once the channel becomes self-supporting, then I think we need to go. I mean, we're definitely going to go to the States. We're definitely going to go to Japan. I've literally got tickets for Japan. Probably going to go when the Formula One Grand Prix is on next year. So I have to wait for the next year's calendar to come out. See when the Formula One is in Japan, and then book flights either side of that. And then by then, this channel will have grown so much that we will live stream through Japan. The goal will be to buy a car in Japan. So we'll hire a car. We'll have we'll call it a camera car. We'll have a hire camera car. And we plan on buying a Nugget, a Japanese, well, I mean, I know I want to buy a GTR if I can. So that's the plan. Hopefully buy a GTR, and then we'll have the camera car and the GTR. And by then, I want to have a setup where we've got a camera in both cars and we can flip between the two and live stream at the same time. If you watch Only Planes, I'm pretty keen to see how James and Maddie do it, where they can flip between their two cameras even though they're remotely set up, because we want to do that, but do it in cars, not just at the airport. Cow, you're going to Japan in July, buddy. It's a good time to go. Japanese summer. Not so much snow. Hey, this is our first person coming up ahead in the left-hand lane. The first person to actually have their rain light on in the rain. Amazing, and good on you. I can see that brighter than anything else. I know the focus on the camera's not doing traffic justice at the moment. Oh, they're leaving. They're turning left at the Big Prawn. But anyway, they got their rain light on in the rain. Well done to you. I think that's awesome. And that's on an MG. One of those ZSTs. So a lot of cars have rain lights on them these days. People just don't know. They either don't know that they're on there and they don't use them, or they turn them on without knowing and they drive around all the time when it's not raining with their rain lights on. I will jump in the right lane and give this P-plater in the Jeep some space. Look at that. Good job. So we are now past where we were a couple of weeks ago when we live streamed into Byron. So it is unknown territory with regards to communications with the network. So I'm beaming out on the Optus network at the moment. And the backup is the Telstra SIM. Hopefully we clicked the right buttons on Wednesday night, and if SIM 1 drops out, hopefully SIM 2 will take over. So if Optus drops out, Telstra will take over, hopefully. Yeah, I did notice, Maxie, you said that you linked the stream to some friends. The more the merrier. That's the whole idea of the channel. Well, I mean, the whole idea of the channel, as I just pop in behind the Kia Stinger. Not because I think it's a police car. It's got Queensland Rego on it. Definitely not a cop car. The idea of the channel. Well, the whole idea of the channel was that I thought, well, I was going around to car meets asking people car like road rule questions. And what I found out was that even with car people, 80% of the people I asked don't know 80% of the road rules that I was asking. And like, at what speed do you keep left and less overtaking on a multi-lane road? Like, people get upset because people can't keep left and all of that, but then they don't even know the rules around it. So once I started to work out that a lot of people don't know a lot of the road rules, then the question is why? And there's obviously a few reasons, but one of them is that the transport departments all around the country and all around the world probably, because obviously, well, I had a look on the analytics, and 30% of my of people that watch this channel are from the United States, which is awesome. If I say keep left, well, then you keep right over there. But it turns out that the transport department are absolutely terrible at letting people know about road rules or the changes of road rules. It seems like they focus because people need to take initiative and look up certain road rules and bits and pieces. But the thing is, you don't know what you don't know. So if a road rule changes and you don't know it changed, well, how do you know to look it up? So for instance, when I've been riding motorcycles since I was 17 and got my license, and I didn't have a bike for a few years, and then all of a sudden, all these motorcyclists start lane splitting, and I'm like, I had no idea. And it took 4 months before I was chatting with some friends of mine that said, "Oh, how good is it now that we can legally lane split, like lane filtering?" And I was like, "What's all this about?" And they explained it. So then I looked it up. So that's a perfect example of you don't know until somebody says something, and then it's like, well, okay, I'll look back and now it makes sense why all of these motorcyclists have been lane filtering. Even the motorcycle cops have been doing it. And I'm like, motorcycle cops absolutely love it, for lack of a better word. There's a cop car. Hello, police. And they think it's awesome because they get to lane filter up between cars and bust people using their mobile phones. I've seen that. So yes. So you should probably put your phone in a quad lock phone holder so you don't get done, because it's over $1,000 for having a phone in your hand. Anyway, so this channel was about getting the rules out there for people that might not know certain road rules. Also, driver etiquette. Like, driver etiquette is something where you're not going to find in the road rules, but things like in Australia, one of our driving customs, our driving culture, is if somebody lets you in, you give them a wave. And the problem with that is you've got a whole bunch of immigrants that move over from other countries that don't grow up with our driving culture, and they don't know these things. So, and because of that, it's very important that if you go to another country, you adopt their driving culture. If I go to Japan, I'm going to read the road rules up in Japan, and I'm going to ask some of the locals, what's your driving culture like? What do you do? Like, what are the things that aren't in the rule books that you should do? Like letting people in traffic, flashing your lights to warn people of imminent danger, like, or flash your lights to let people in, or things like that. What's kosher and what's not. So driver etiquette is another thing, and then just motoring culture. So not only driving cars, but riding motorcycles, four-wheel driving and off-roading. We'll get into. We'll put the setup into a four-wheel drive, and we'll go off-road. I've got a bus, so caravanning and motorhoming. RVs, if you're in the States, you'll call it, an RV. So all of this, everything that drives on the road to get from point A to point B, is we want to delve into. Oh, and trucks. Sorry to all the big riggers out there. We'll, you know what? I just had an amazing idea. I know a few big riggers, but one in particular who this would be amazing. I'll put this to my mate Pom. I'll ask him. So Pom is the truck driver for the Red Bull racing team. Live stream would it be if we put the setup into the Red Bull Ampol racing team truck, and we live stream a trip with the V8 supercars. Tell me that wouldn't be sick. I'll I'll definitely next time I'm in at Triple Eight Race Engineering, I'll ask. I'll see if we can do that. We'll live stream to a V8 supercar event. That would be like in the big rig, in the truck, and we'll see how truck drivers have to deal with traffic when they're driving long distance. Well, I mean, I've got a few other friends like my mate Horse. He drives long distance, and a bunch of others. But I think the best fun would definitely be in the V8 supercar B double. That would be sick. Anyway, it is. I'll tell you what. Just to have a bunch of people on the live chat is keeping me company. So thank you. Even though you guys are like chatting amongst yourselves. Newcastle. I'll be driving near Newcastle today, Cal. You know what? I watch the plane spotting channels, obviously, because they gave me some inspiration to take what was my older podcast and put it into the car and live stream it. Um, oh, what? It definitely died.